I think he will as well. And we're also going to watch the big number 18. He's got AFL scouts just licking their lips at the moment. His name's Waylon Manson. He's kicked 40-odd goals in the last couple of weeks. He's averaging 9 a game. He's looking really good up forward. And the big question that I've heard from certain scouts is that does he have the engine to chase and tackle? That's what it's all about in the big leagues nowadays, is that, forward defensive pressure. That's something that we really need to see from him, because we haven't seen that so much so far this year, because he's been playing on this tiny little ground in Gardens.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's an interesting one. I mean, you've got to look at the positives, outweigh the negatives, and anyone that can kick 40 goals in 4 games as an 18-year-old is obviously a special talent. I just think he plays a really, really efficient style of game. He positions himself really well, and probably hasn't been in those situations where he's negative.
No. And that's the scary thing, isn't it? And if he does get picked up, I mean, he's going to find that out in the first couple of weeks of an AFL pre-season. Look, the Waratahs have lost Dane Bergman. He's gone travelling around overseas. That will be a big loss, I think, from their half-back point of view. For Palmerston, we're looking at some of their forward line, which really did fire a couple of weeks ago. No Cameron Cloak in the side today. Is he looking to come back up, do you know?
Yeah, absolutely. He's gone to Bali, had a great trip.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, he's going to be back when he comes back. In his place, though, we have an absolute man barbarian.
He does, doesn't he?
Big Justin Wilson. I think he played wonders. He's been down in South Australia. He's going to try and hold something. So when close to that, we're trying to fill that gap. It's really cool to see how he goes in what will be pretty much the key area.
Hello. You want any inside juice? Tony, you discuss these ones.
Yep.
It's
It's very ironic that you've got a Melbourne supporter who wears black and white, but we'll put up with that, Tavis. I can tell you that right now. Look, as the players are starting to take their positions at the moment, big crowd starting to build, which is really good. The car park over at Mindle Beach is starting to fill up at the moment. And Palmerston will be kicking to the left of your screen. That's towards the Mindle end of the ground. Whilst Waratahs will be heading towards the Botanical Gardens.
Yeah, I've just noticed nearly a full NTFL coast and a couple of seats down in the so if you're looking on with interest.
Definitely. The 25-game rule has been a big bugbear with a couple of the NTFL clubs, but it just makes sense at the moment. We're not going to get into any politics like that, but you did mention to me off air that the likes of Darren Ewing and also Jake Dignan, who had stellar years for the Thunder, nearly put their hands up for the game today, but they've only got 3 games that they're allowed to play, and obviously if Palmerston are looking to make finals, that'd be handy acquisitions. And here we go. The ball is in the forward half of Palmerston at the moment. A quick kick away. That time there by Rowan Smith. A high up and under, and it's 3-4 behind. So the first score on the board for the Palmerston Magpies, and great work there to get it out of the centre square so quickly. That's where Waratahs have dominated over the last couple of weeks in their centre clearances. As the Waratahs look to come in an interesting looking zone, a 3-4-5 zone set up here by the Magpies. As the Tars are off and running. Beautiful kick finds Kroger on the half-back line as Kroger looks to set some plays up, and the defensive zone of the Magpies are really starting to take place as the Waratahs look to go long. Fine work there by Little to trap things as the Magpies start to come out our way. Pratt's there as well. Overrunning it there is McEwen. Pratt might have time to pick it up again. It is very humid, and it's an interesting moustache that Pratty's wearing today as well. Bit of feeling in the game already. It's good to see.
I think there's a bit of a hit up.
It is. Well, I actually hope they're actually raising money instead of just growing this thing as an interesting look. As Little has the ball. Chip kick away. Oh! That would be good for the Waratahs crowd as Seddon cops one. Simon Seddon from Country Victoria. Brendan Favola comes in and says g'day. There's a bit of feeling in it already. As Seddon working hard on it. Palmerston starting to move it forward. Hand pass the way. Slowly but surely, Palmerston making ground inside their forward 50. Good work there by Emery to pick it up. A high up and under kick. Anyone underneath it trying to pick it up. McLean's down there. Shovels it out. Tries to get it out. Plenty of pressure on the ball at the moment. Playing some tunnel ball action. Heading towards the goal mouth. And it will be taken over by Philo. And that's another behind on the board. Rushed, albeit. Palmerston reeling, attacking at the moment.
Really happy with their take the ball early.
So as the Tars start to move it forward, Runnels, he's great overhead. Kicked 11 last week, and definitely one to watch. I mean, we've spoken about Favola, we've spoken about Pettifer, and the likes of Waylon Manson, but this fella has also gone under the radar, and he kicked 11 last week, and definitely one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. If he actually comes from Yarrawonga, then the others are
Oh, there you go.
And he down there. His brother's actually singing out.
Oh, well, there you
He
go.
comes from a family of 9 and they're all very good sports people.
So Bo Runnels, beautiful looking kick off the boot. That's their first opportunity to get a score on the board, and they've done it with aplomb with Bo Runnels from outside 40, and they've got the first major on the board. The Waratahs are 1 straight 6 to Palmerston 2-2. And I tell you what, it is just starting to heat up, and I'm not just talking about the weather. There's a bit of feeling in it already, and that might set up a nice little byplay for the rest of the game.
And just quickly, you've seen them all come to the board on the NTFL. Bowler, Pettifer, Seddon, Ward, and Manson, of course.
That's exactly right. As the tap out there by Konitska tries to get it forward. Cook's in the middle of this one on hands and knees. Trying to get it out there is Pratt. Away they go again, the Magpies. This time they're going laterally. Out to the far side, finds James. Loses it there, and now the Waratahs have a chance with the ball. Move it forward this time. Here comes Pettifer. Can he do something with it? Putting pressure on the Palmerston defence. Play on, says the umpire. Runnels is there as well. The Magpies have done well to get out of this inside the centre square, but Simon Seddon puts his head all over it. Kineska's there as well, and Seddon's just copped a couple of kicks in the leg and in the back early. He might be carrying a little bit of injury as the ball starts to head towards the half-forward area. On centre wing now. Culpet linking up beautifully. Here comes Philo into the middle of the ground. Here come the Waratahs. They're so good at this, using the corridor. Long, beautiful lace-out kick, and finds Pettifer. And, well, we've seen him in AFL realms. We don't know if we could mark it down just yet.
Nah, but really good play from the Waratahs there. Just coming out of the back line, just to hurry the kick. Young Smith, and obviously made the most of the opportunities and hit Pettifer on the lead.
So Kane Pettifer now playing for East Perth, the Royals, over in the Waffle. Lovely looking kick right on 50. Got good arc on him. And the goal umpire says thank you very much. And it's 2 straight goals. The Waratahs, 12, leading Palmerston 2 behinds.
Yeah, on the sides early, I think Waratahs have just put a lot of pressure on the ball. Turnover. Make sure they capitalise on the
Well, they started well, and it's interesting, as long as they don't use up that excess energy that we saw earlier, bit of feeling, bit of niggle. Now they've got to concentrate, the nerves have gone now, and they can focus on footy. As the umpire has the ball, throws it up this time. A little bit of precipitation throughout the week up here in Darwin, as the Waratahs win this one out yet again. Switching play, and a good mark taken there by James Ray. Little stab kick. Runnels picks it up beautifully, keeps it in. No, the umpire says it's just gone over the line. And it will be thrown in.
And 2 unsung midfielders for the Waratahs. We've got the kudos reserve so far this year. James Ray, impressive. Obviously had a year with Thunder training throughout the year, and then
There was about 3 and there was just like pushing away.
They're the sort of players that you need in a premiership lineup, and I know we're talking premierships early. I shouldn't be doing that, but you need those second-tier players to really step up, as the likes of Sandra goes in hard. Plenty of players around this scrimmage at the moment. Magpies all over it, and a free kick has been drawn.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I mean, we spoke about off air, I think, with us leaving and going to the Tiwi Bombers, but really, I don't think they're missing that much because they've got these young players coming through that are quite tenacious, a bit quicker, a bit fresher.
Opportunity, isn't it?
Opportunity, absolutely. And
was interesting. He didn't get much of the ball last week because he was playing on the back line. I got Dane Bergman to play up forward so he could kick a couple of cheeky cheeseburgers. But James Ray comes in, beautiful looking kick, flow through, lovely, but unfortunately he's just pushed it to the right, through for a behind. It's 2-1-13 to Palmerston, 2 straight behinds as the Magpies look to build from defence. And a good strong mark taken there as they start to build up yet again. Which way will they go? That one taken there by Audio.
Yeah, normally plays up forward. Big Sydney, but good to see him down back. He's got a big job on Manson early, so it'll be very interesting to see how he goes.
So this is a great build-up by the Magpies as they're inside their forward 50 now. Move the ball absolutely eloquently. Little chip kick though wasn't handy as players start to dive in all over it. The chip kick there by Verncombe and just probably could have turned the other way and maybe head towards the goal square, but chose the other way.
Yeah, probably needed to go towards the goal square there rather than shoot 50-50. He still had a lot of common space, didn't he?
He did as Mosquito on the outer side. Starting to set up the play. Waratah start to build in attack. Kellett did most of his work on the back line last week. Starting to make an impression on the forward line. And it's out of bounds just in front of our Botanical Gardens here in Darwin. Of course, you can listen in on aflnt.com.au. Follow the links on AFL NTV, Ed Cowlishaw and Tavis Perry, your callers today.
And Kellett was really impressive last week. I think he only came up the week before and played in Division 1 side. And again, just getting into it early.
Runnels uses his body well. The little man trying to act big off the ground. Good trap there by the Pies. Plenty of pressure now. Guy trying to get it through. Another little chip in and under sort of kick. Little's there as well. That's the second time we've seen the paddle today as well from the Pies. And they're starting to move it forward. This time through Whitelaw into the middle of the ground. And they're starting to hit up their lead-up players, which is damn important in this game here at Gardens. Making the most of it. Trying to use his arms there as Verncombe. And his body. Plenty of pressure on it. Snapping away. Needs a bounce, but it's through for a behind. That time there was Hunter. And they're just doing it 1 point at a time at the moment, the Maggies.
Yeah, he's not minimally back. He kicked that one. Yeah, he had a little bit of time and space to steady. And it's been an exciting player for the Maggies. And kicked 4 last week and losing side.
So as the Waratahs start to build yet again. Little chip kick in. Their point-to-point goal kicking has absolutely been sensational this year. There's a big pack form. Smart's there as well. Quick handball over the top. The Magpies starting to put some pressure on, just coming off the foot of Connolly, and it will be a throw-in.
Yeah, number 31 from Palmerston, Sheldon, I think his last name is Miller. He's from Geraldton and super impressive last week. Fantastic turn of pace and using the ball very well.
So here we go again with the build-up with the Maggies. They just keep throwing everything at the Waratahs at the moment. They've been unlucky on the scoreboard so far. Waratahs under a bit of pressure. Will it stay inside? It does so. Bounces kindly to James Ray. He's got nothing to kick to. Has to be precise with the kick. Sets up Collie Hole. Has spent what he should have had there. And the likes of James is looking to pick things up, but he mucked it up as well. He gets it again. Puts his head over the ball, uses his body well, high up and under kick into space there, and Jesus, a tantalising matchup with McLean and Mosquito. Mosquito does lucky not to do it in the back. Keeps going again now, the Waratahs. A lovely lace-out kick, and they find Fev had just too much on it. Waylon Manson lurking behind and just bursting out there is the Magpies as they start to head forward. Using his body well. Here come the Pies again. McLean.
There's actually a good indication there of you're talking about Manson not chasing and Audio just leads the ball and Manson stayed back and even take one step forward and try to chase it.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And whether it's the small confines of this ground or the wide open spaces of the MCG, if he does get picked up, he's going to have to work on that chasing pretty damn quickly. As a free kick has been paid downfield. Culper comes back onto the ground for Sandery. As the kick's taken, high up and under, and a good mark taken there by Wilson. The big man, they call him Conan down at Palmerston. Neville, high up and under kick, heading in the Emery direction, snatching it away. Beautiful work there by Mosquito. Sets up Culpert, taking over the reins as coach throughout the week as Bill Martin stepped aside. Favola's in the area as well, trying to split the pack. Just the work weight inside the forward 50 for the Tars at the moment. Needs to probably lift just a gear.
It's actually almost like we've got two the same area.
Rowan Smith tried to get his hands on that one. Another high kick heading into the Palmerston forward line. Emery trying to do something with it, got gang tackled, and it will be thrown up roughly 20 metres out from the Magpies' attacking goal.
Yeah, can I see Burningham's had the opportunity one out a couple of times, and it's one to know. Could see
Well, that's exactly what he needs, and then he's got to kick it as well, of course. But it's exciting to see what the Pies are doing at the moment. They're challenging the Tars, putting plenty of pressure on them at the moment as James Ray is off. Culprit linking back up with Ray. Can he hit the target? Kane Pettifer just there. Just a little handball over the top. Pettifer had plenty of time there. High up and under kick. Here comes Favola. And a great strong mark there by the former Blue and Lion. And isn't it interesting that everyone just sort of parted ways as they heard the rumble in the jungle. Brendan Favola come their way.
I think the most impressive thing what most people spoke about
He just kicked it over to Kellett, and Kellett just pops it through for an easy go. And Brendan hasn't been known for the team-orientated things, and obviously he knows that scouts are watching and saying, well, look, if you want me to play again, I'm prepared to hand off every now and then. Absolutely. I counted one a couple of weeks. I counted one. And the thing was, he was right in front of goal too. But no, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. But it is great to have him up here, and it's a big boost for football up here in the NT. He said he's going to be playing again next week when they take on Southern Districts, of course, and he might be bringing one of his mates that used to wear 33 on his back for the Blue Boys, and Ryan Houlihan, which will be good for the league as well. Ball to be thrown up yet again. That scoreboard reading 3-1-19 to 3 straight behinds for the Magpies. So they're trying to get the ball out at the moment. Good in under work. Interesting looking kick heading towards the boundary line, and just kicking for touch there, I think.
Yeah, and interesting you said earlier that Simon said he do heavy knocks. I haven't seen him
Well, he got a bad knock early, right in front of us, where a kick just went to the bottom of his calf, and then he got one in his back as well earlier. So, geez, if they've lost him early, that'll make things interesting as they start to build up again through Connolly. Collyhole there, trying to make an impression. Also, there is Little. Good work there by the Magpies. Little through the middle of the ground, starting to set things up. Ripley taken, holding the ball maybe. Good work there by Culpit. Plenty of pressure in the middle of the ground now. The Tars starting to mount it. Kellett kicks it over to the outer side, finds Parker. Parker, nice lace-up kick, and kicks it straight to Pettifer again. He plays on quickly. Nice up and under kick, heading towards the goals, and it's through for another one. No, that's exactly right, and the scoreboard reading now, it is 4-1-25 to 3 straight behinds, and already the Waratahs are really starting to send a message to Palmerston. But the strange thing is, the scoreboard's not telling the story, because Palmerston have been right in this game right from the get-go.
Absolutely, and it was just really good tackle by Palmerston short away.
Good tap out there by Nicholas. Taken a bit high there was Culpit. Advantage paid. Connolly getting another kick away, and Runnels bursting on the mark there. Plenty of pressure there by the Pies as Aaron Smith trying to get it away. Runnels again. Taps it forward, trying to keep the ascendancy going for the Waratahs outfit. Kellett playing some volleyball action. Probably could have just grabbed it himself. Still Daisy Dying with the ball at the moment, the Waratahs. And it's still in play, believe it or not. They might get a goal out of this as they set it up. And a beautiful mark is taken by Kenny Pettifer again. And he could have 3 goals in 3 minutes.
Absolutely, just a little bit of loose check.
It was outstanding stuff, and Pettifer, he's kicked 2 from this position already. And he's slowly but surely getting closer and closer to goal. So Kane Pettifer, lovely cooking kick again, but this time he's pushed it to the left. And it's through for a behind. So 4-2, 26 plays, 3 straight behinds.
And Simon said he's come back on. Really looking forward to watching him play. He's finished top 3 in Morrison.
So Palmerston, slowly but surely, getting things right. Ripley. It's the forward pressure. Isn't it interesting to see some of the forward line players for the Waratahs just standing around? It is so hot out there. You must understand that if you're watching from home. As Little moves it forward, finds Emery. So Emery about 55 to 60 metres out. A little up and under kick. Putting pressure on the Magpies forwards. Good work there by McLean. Taken with it. Twisting and turning other players at the moment. Maybe auditioning for Dancing with the Stars. And a free kick has come out of it.
Yeah, just not quite clean up the board at the moment. Kick partially good. Waratah's fantastic. We spoke about that. Just a little bit cleaner entries. And like you said, they could be a lot closer to this game.
So the Palmerston Magpies is for their first score of the game. When it comes to a goal, and what a mongrel looking kick that was, going for distance that time. Waratahs look like they're going to mop up quite neatly as Philo has it in the back pocket. Got nothing to kick to at the moment. Smart, can he get the ball? He does so. Hand passes quickly over the top. That time to Kroger, bouncing. Good pick up there by James. Dropped what he probably could have had. Plenty of pressure yet again. Ward moves it into the middle of the ground. Kroger maybe taken high. On the ball, they say. Waratah's crowd not happy with it. But he gets it back again, so it is in the back. So it's been overruled. And Favola.
That's very interesting.
Well, that's what you want the umpires to do if they're in a position or they see it more clearly. But usually it's the senior umpire overruling the junior, isn't it?
Wow. Johnson White was 70 metres away. I don't see that very often.
No, you don't. As Brendan Favola comes in for his first major of the day. A high up and under kick, good looking kick. Goal umpire. Only have to take 2 steps back to watch that ball drip through the middle. I think if it's funny, isn't it? The reason why he had all those dramas up in Brisbane was that he was away from his family. So for him to go interstate, which I can only see is that's where he's going to be picked up, like a GWS. That's where I can see him going, because I can't see one of the Victorian sides picking him up because of the off-field stuff. And you know, there have been rumours about Carlton. Carlton aren't going to touch him. I don't think the likes of St Kilda are going to touch him. They could do with a key forward to maybe free up Nick Revolt to put him on the wing or something like that. But yeah, I think GWS would really do some good out of having a major goal kicker for Scully to kick to. But I don't know. It's a big question mark, and we're going to watch that space come December with the pre-season draft. And also the national draft, if anything happens with that on November 24, as Palmerston start to build out of defence this time along the wing. Good work there by Mark, takes the mark. Play on, did come off hands. That's Rowan Smith, in fact. As they start to move it forward, Waratahs running hard there is Culpet, setting the standard. So waiting for leads. Seddon.
Sam Audio's been excellent actually. Hanson really has beat him to 6 times.
And good lead up there by Brendan Favola. Puts his head down, ducked it. Play on. Good work there by James Ray in the right position at the right time. Moves it quickly. Manson just overran it. Audio. Also Neville's there as well to clear it. And away they go down the outer side. But a good strong mark taken there by McEwen. He's done some great stuff for the Tars so far early in the season as Culpet plays on quickly. Big, long boom. Looking for Waylon Manson. Plays on quickly. Trying to get it on the boot there was Pettifer.
Yes!
And it's all clear. It is. Kane Pettifer has claimed it on that one. And great work there by, and it shows just his skills as well, that he is a crumbing forward, but he's also kicking straight from anywhere on the ground.
Would get up target.
And the interesting thing is he's probably taking a little bit of shine off of Bo Runnels as well in that position, because he plays that so well. As Palmerston head inside their forward 50 yet again, starting to build now. Are the Waratahs out of defence, fumbling with it. I must say it is humid up here at the moment. The ball is getting a little bit greasy in some areas of the ground. A good little lace-up pass to Sandery. So Sandery goes back from whence it came onto the outer side. Philo moves it forward, making it hard there for his teammate in McEwen as the Palmerston Magpies start to set things up through McLean and hit out the target.
Yeah, Nathan McLean's a guy in his hand, he uses it so well. First 3 games of the season was sensational, really dominated. A bit quieter last week.
So Michelle Perry, I should say, puts it through for another behind. So that's 4 behinds, which is not the start that the Pies needed, especially away from home. They need to put some scoreboard pressure on. Probably need to use the corridor a little bit more instead of going down the wings, but either. It is a small ground. They need to make the most of this opportunity. As Waratahs. Good strong mark taken there by Nicholas. Goes back inboard, and they use the corridor every single time. Kroger near the centre circle, high up and under kick. Good work there by Runnels. Favola roving this time. Needed a shepherd, snaps around, bending. So Brendan Favola kicks an absolute sensational goal from outside 50. And sets hearts aflutter yet again. And isn't it amazing? The smaller guy by Runnels doing the setup there, trying to use his body work, and Fev doing the roving. These are the miraculous things that he can do.
Absolutely,
it's do the pros weigh out the cons with Fev? That's the big question.
probably
KB will let us know all about that in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. Good work there by the Tars. Just fumbling over at that time there is Collie Hull. Shakes a tackle, goes back from whence it came. Little taken, a little bit of feeling in it as well. And Little not happy with the treatment that he was receiving, and that is quarter time. 6-2. 32, 62-38 I should say, to 4 behinds. And the Waratahs doing it comfortably so far, but Palmerston definitely not out of it. We'll be back in a moment after quarter time and continue with the second quarter.